What's up guys, LagofLegends here. Today I'm going to be making a Singed guide. Talk about his build path, the runes you need to use, and his role as a champion. Singed is a mage who goes in the top lane usually, and he can be played in jungle. Singed as a champion is really fun. His win rate as of today is 51%. Also, Singed was Darius' favorite champion.
My name is Marcus Darius Hill. I play for Team Solo Mid top laner, and my favorite champion is Singed.
Singed as a champion basically runs around and presses Q. That's what a lot of people say, and I'm not gonna lie, that's what he basically does. Singed abilities are really simple. I'm gonna go through them really quickly. His passive is Empowered Bulwark, gives you more health, more mana you have. His Q is the most important part of his kit. It leaves a trail of poison behind him. His W is a slow. His E, it flings enemies behind him, but when it's flinged into the slow area, it can stun them. His ultimate gives him a bunch of stats, but it costs a lot of mana. That's the important part. Now that we know who Singed is as champion, let's talk about his build paths. So Singed usually starts with a Dark Seal and a Refillable Potion. Why? First of all, if you read the Dark Seal, its description, it gives extra healing for potions, it gives extra mana, and you know the passive where it gives you more AP for every single kill you get. So I feel that it's really useful on Singed for when you get kills and when you try to proxy. The next thing you should buy is an item called the Rod of Ages. If you don't know what the Rod of Ages is, it basically gives you more stats like mana and health over time. It gives you 10 stacks at the end. It's basic stuff you should know what a Rod of Ages is. Usually after Rod of Ages, I like going Rylai's Crystal Scepter. Rylai's Crystal Scepter is a really big part of Singed kit because that's basically what gives him the late game boost. It slows down all enemies using his Q, his Poison Trail, and it gives him a lot more health. And plus, it passively gives him health because of the mana that Rylai steals. Two items I'm going to talk about are the Hextech weapons, the Hextech Rocket Belt, and the Hextech GLP-07A. Both are very useful and Singed. I feel like the Hextech Rocket Belt is better because it gives him more health, but the Hextech GLP-07A gives him more mana and it gives him a slow. If you don't know what the Hextech Rocket Belt does, it shoots you forward about like an inch or so. Not that much, but it still helps Singed get those flings off. After those three core items, you can start building more tank gear. An item you can build is Sunfire Cape. It helps you with proxying, and it gives you way more health. You can build Thornmail, you can build ZZ Rot if you want to be way more utility focused, and you could just build full on tank, so where if people do damage to you with like Thornmail or something like that, you just do damage right back for doing nothing. That's basically what Singed does. He takes damage, he absorbs a lot of it, usually takes his bunch of ultis, and then he just runs out because of his ultimate and the summoner spell Ghost, which I'll talk about later. Now that we're through all of Singed's build, like most of it, let's talk about what summoner spells you should use. The summoner spell I like to use are Ghost and Teleport. Ghost just got recently buffed, as some of you may know. It's really good on Singed because it speeds him up instead of Flash, where it just like flashes him forward. But you can still take Flash. It's still viable because you can, like with that, you can get flips off. But people like taking Ghost instead because it leaves a bigger poison trail for enemies to take more damage. So the runes you want to take on Singed are Movement Speed Quince, Magic Penetration Reds, Armor Yellows, and either Magic Resist Blues, or you can even take Cooldown Blues. I say Cooldown Blues because the cooldown on your E is very long at level 1, and your Q, still has a cooldown where you can turn it off and turn it on really quickly. So people like Searches, they take CDR and Singed because the faster you can turn your Q off, the faster you can puff out smoke. Next thing I'm going to talk about is a proxy. If you don't know what a proxy is, it's basically going into the enemies like in the middle of the turrets where there's no turret range and stealing their minions from there. Singed is really good at this because of his Q. It leaves a trail of poison behind them, minions, everything takes damage for it. So basically what you can do is kite out the minions and basically just get a free entire wave for nothing. That's unless if the enemy laner comes, then you could just bait him out by kiting him with your poison trail. Singed is one of the only champions that can pull off level 1 proxy. The proxy is in the middle of the inhibitor tower and the inner tower, and the second proxy is usually at the outer tower and inner tower. These two places will make sure that you'll be able to execute at the end, so that the enemy won't get any gold when you proxy. Singe in a team fight is different. You want to make sure that you pop your ultimate as soon as you get into the team fight, because it gives you all those extra stats to make sure that you can survive a little bit. You have more durability. The second thing you should do in a team fight is always look for the AD carry. Even as Singed, you can take a lot of harass for not just killing the AD carry as soon as you can. So basically the first thing you want to do is just walk up to him and flip him into your team. It's easy as that. Now Singed is an easy champion. Alright, I get that people say it's just running simulator. Magikarp used Fly used that joke a bunch of times. But I really like Singed, and I think he's a lot more fun than some of the other champions out there. I've played Alawi before. I've played almost every single champion in the game, and I feel like Singed, even though he's kind of trollish, like, you know, that laugh, I feel like he's a lot more fun. I like easy champions. I play Warwick, I play Rise. I think the game is meant to be enjoyed, like, as fun, but still be competitive, and that's what I feel Singed does. So he's good, and he's still fun. That's the best part. So yeah, I guess that's about it for Singed. Leave a like leave a like, and please just ask anything you guys have about him. I'm talking to only 14 people here, and one of those is my other account, so basically 13 people here. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.